Whoa, oh, John. Oh my goodness. Oh God, I forgot. I forgot I was doing something with my model and it is wildly out of place. Hold on. There we go. Okay. If I lean this way, if I lean that way. Okay, yeah, that should be good. Oh God, I forgot. I forgot I was doing something with my model and okay, there we go. There we go. Sheesh. Okay. Well, I know I'm live. I am live. I am live, so yep. Honestly, I just didn't have a plan today. I don't know what I'm doing today. Um yeah, I just wanted to stream today, just be able to stream just because like yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to just talk out loud about something and I don't even I'm not even sure what exactly I wanted to talk about, but I just wanted to talk out loud. Um let me actually get some syrup for this, not the normal syrup. I actually have my coffee in a weird way. So, I tend to like my coffee with like pancakes. I usually drink it black because that's just the healthiest way to do it. It's no calories that way. I do try to stay OMAD most days, but anytime it's a drinking day, anytime it's a drinking day, it's a whatchamacallit day. It's a ooh ooh that sounds good right now. Okay, I know what I want, but that's what we can make, and we can yeah. It's the original BB cocktail that I wanted to make, but also we can just make the a normal affogato. Give me a sec. Spoon. Yeah. So oh, this was actually an idea I've had for a long time. Well, I've made a cocktail like this. Maybe I should make it again. Maybe I should do a whole series where I use maple syrup. I'm actually really in love with maple syrup in in cocktails because of what in specifically like coffee cocktails because of the fact that like okay, the concept of coffee and syrup shouldn't be that weird to you because of the fact that if you have like a full continental breakfast, you're eating that anyways, right? So you would have say let's say you're having a plate of pancakes and then you put a bunch of maple syrup on your pancakes and then you sip you're eating your pancakes, you're lathered up with syrup, and then you drink some coffee. You could say in a way you're having you could say in a way you're having maple syrup in your coffee. And so that's why I like putting maple syrup in my coffee. I just skip the middleman and just drink that. Oh, you're early. Hi. You're yes, you're pretty early. I'm also extraordinarily late. In fact, I've been late since forever. I want to start 11 p.m. my time, but I end up like not. I'd end up streaming much later than that. And today it's like 12. Yeah, it's like almost 1. It's probably going to be a short stream, but I just wanted to stream just to stream and just figure it out. Um I'm not even sure we'll make a cocktail, but I could show you something I like because I actually I thought of a fun dessert that I really like, and if inspiration strikes, maybe we can actually make a cocktail based on that concept. But for now, I just wanted to stream, just be able to talk, and I don't even know what I want to talk about. I'm kind of in like the boredom, lonely, depressed. You ever wake up and you have like depresso? That's 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 sort of where I'm at. It's just sort of like I'm both bored and lonely, and that's making me depressed. And so like that's sort of where I've been at for a while. And like it is cool to be able to like it has been cool doing all this Face Connect projects, but then it's like, man, now like I'm not sure what other project I should work on, given that like it was fun and frankly to it was kind of fun, honestly. That's there's a bunch of there were a bunch of new cocktails to make VTubers for, and it turns out I quite like a bunch of those VTubers. I still struggle to watch Nitya just because I don't have time. I still haven't been able to watch much of Malice or Shinon yet. I have watched a ton of BB. Obviously, you've seen me tweet at BB so much. I really really love BB, as you're probably very aware. I haven't watched. I want to watch more Mina, but it's just like it's awkward timing when she streams. I very much 100% could, uh, um, I very much could uh, uh, watch more Mina. I just frankly forget to watch her streams. So yeah, it was awesome making those Face Connect cocktails. It was awesome being able to oh shit. What the oh shit. What the What's going on? Oh shit. What the What's going on? Oh, there we go. Okay, for whatever reason I brought up my my Twitch stream twice, and then one the audio was still playing. Dude, maple syrup slaps. I'm also 1,000% putting maple syrup in coffee if I ever get my hands on it. Yeah, it's yeah, it's just good stuff. And like, there's one of my favorite drinks was what I call the Canadian old fashioned. I'm almost certain that's not a real thing, but at the very least, I'm almost certain like Canada bears no claim to this. But it's like Mr. Black with whiskey. uh, well, rather the other way around: whiskey with Mr. Black, maple syrup instead, and some beers. And ooh, that was a lovely drink. It's like whenever I'm in the mood for a weird or old fashioned, that's the one I usually go to. Oh man. Oh, that's actually a positive I wanted to talk about. In fact, I might still have the video. Now, hopefully I can play this video without doxing myself somehow. But I really want to show you just this awesome like okay, can I Okay, hopefully nothing gets too revealed with this. Hopefully nothing goes wrong here. Oh, I forgot they started that watch streak thing. What's up? What's up, Vuga? How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing fine. I I was talking to someone in the YouTube chat, Mo, Moe or Mo. That let me know. Um, I was talking to someone in the YouTube chat, and I kind of have like the weird hit of depresso of the type of depresso where it was just simply like, oh, I'm kind of I'm both bored and lonely, and so that's making me depressed, and so I just really wanted to start stream and just talk to someone. Anyways, time for uh like the oh moo. I'm such an idiot. Right, it is moo, not mo. I don't know why I was reading it as MOE for whatever reason. In fact, I'm like Superman. I'm gonna take off my glasses and then do it. Okay, hopefully nothing goes wrong here, but okay. I just want to show this off because I felt really proud of this. Hopefully you can see that. Surely there's a better way I can do this. Surely there's a better way I can do this actually. Let me be less idiotic and actually like download this onto this laptop so I can actually show you this. Hold on. I am such a gosh darn fool. Let me just make sure this is the right one and we'll see. Actually, there's one more thing I have to take care of with this. Gosh darn it. Okay. Eto. Oh right, that's why I needed to fix. Okay, that's why it was. Okay. I was wondering why I didn't start this one. It's funny because I can't sleep and felt the need just to see when you're long and got the ping that you were live. Yeah, I ended up starting really late this time. I just yeah. Uh, I was busy with something. I was looking for something. I got kind of depressed. I just wanted to sip something, wanted to hang out, and that's why we're here. And I've been wanting to save money on something, and so I didn't buy a dessert while I usually had my restaurant crawl. And then I was like, wait, I know a dessert that I absolutely goddamn love. And then so I'm going to have some of that real fast, and we can chat over it while also watching something awesome. So give me just a moment. What the frick? Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What am I doing? I'm so clumsy. All right. Okay. The amount of times I say good morning when it's 4 p.m. at work every day hurts me. Yeah, no, I remember saying good morning to my brother at like 11 p.m. Just because that was around the time I got up. I was like, oh, wait. That is a very inappropriate thing to say here. And it is inappropriate in like the least sus way possible. Just usually when we talk about things that are inappropriate to say, it's usually because it's sus. No, this time it's simply inappropriate due to timing. Okay, but where was I? Is this the one? Nope, that's the short version. Was this the long version? Who needs inaccuracy when there are vibes? So true. Reminds me of a time when I worked the bakery morning shift from midnight to 8 a.m. I became nocturnal for a month. Oh yeah, because man, that's that. So first of all, like bakeries is I forgot that they need to get there so early because just the concept of making anything with yeast, you have to let it proof for a while. So you have to make it, and then you have to let it sit there for hours on end, and then you have to like start baking it and all the other stuff you have to do to it. I don't know cooking. Especially not as much as you, Ryuga, but it's like yeah, the early shifts for bakeries sound pretty insane. But with that in mind, I did kind of want to go to a bakery one day. And so it's like, oh, okay, you know what? That's after my shift, I'll go about like 5 a.m. or something. It was like, because as I had this thought, it's like, well, bakeries, like bakery workers tend to get there early, right? I wonder if I could just us go there pretty early. And nope, they weren't open for a long time. Despite the fact that I saw workers in there, they weren't going to be open for a long time because they were still making everything. Okay, I've had my coffee. Let's make an affogato, and there is no magic to this at all. It is one of the easiest things ever. Be right back. So easiest thing in the world. Just take just take some ice cream. Take some ice cream. Got some delicious Dryer's fresh French vanilla. Get yourself a nice bowl of ice cream. This is gonna be my dessert. I'm I'm already excited for it, despite the fact that it's one of the easiest things in the world. And then simply pour some Mr. Black over it. Do you really need to measure this? No. Am I going to measure this? Yes. Just because just because I like measured I like knowing that I can always have a pour of something inside of my bottles. So I usually just measure out my pour. And just to get soaked in there. The word affogato, I forget which language it is. It's Italian, right? Is it Italian? The word affogato means to drown. And it's all. That's what this dessert is. It is very simply you're drowning your ice cream in. I believe it can just be regular coffee, but then also, hey, coffee liqueur, even better. Mm. Oh my god. Is there a reason we don't hear more about boozy ice cream? Is it illegal or something? Well, is it illegal to serve? Obviously, it's not illegal to have, but is it illegal to serve? Because God, that is so good. It's so it's like the cheap hot sake thing. Like I've told you how much I love cheap hot sake. Like an affogato is just very simply one of life's best desserts, and it's vanilla ice cream with some Mr. Black thrown in. I just put wait. I just put aside the ice cream so that it doesn't melt, but I'm probably gonna refill this a little bit. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Oh shit. Oh gosh. There we go. Yes, it's Italian. The normal affogato is a gelato made with espresso over the top. That sounds real good. Finally, I can make coffee and liqueur sweet enough for me. Yeah. No, that's precisely why you would want to use Mr. Black. Mr. Black tastes most like black coffee. Like it is very. I mean, it's still slightly sweetened. If you've ever had real black, I mean, obviously, but like compared to real black coffee, it is like very slightly sweetened. But it's the closest thing to like pure black coffee flavor. Whereas like most other, at least is the one you might be thinking of, Kahlua, is very highly sweetened. A lot of other coffee liqueurs I've tried are pretty sweetened. But it's Kahlua, Mr. Black rather, is very like is as close to black coffee as you can get. It is very like roasty and very like I mean black coffee y. And then so that's why you want to use it often in cocktails because other ingredients will sweeten it and so you will get more of that pure coffee flavor and it will be diluted still and it if you don't like black coffee that's fine because it's gonna get diluted by everything else. And then yeah, for that same reason, I would say you want to put black coffee onto your ice cream if you want to make a alcoholic affogato because mm, oh my goodness. The ice cream is sweet. And then so you're not it's not going to be like black coffee. It's just going to be more coffee flavor that's very sweetened up thanks to the ice cream and it's just delicious. Mm. Mm. No, that's delightful. What's up, Hacker Shoulder? How are you doing? Um, oh my god, my mom's given me Kahlua milk and Kahlua soda before. There is a great, oh my gosh, there is a really great, it's, ooh, we could, ooh, oh, do we have heavy cream? I'll check if we have heavy cream, but there is one of my favorite cocktails ever is actually a fun Kahlua cream cocktail that I've made, that I've had like other bartenders make, and they're like, actually, this is really good. Where did you hear about this from? And it's like I've I like it's not how to drink, but he found it off of Eric Castro, but I think he helped to popularize it because of the fact that like he he knew. I'm ready to write it down on my canvas right now. Okay, well now I feel pressured to make it. Sure, give me a sec. Mm, mm. Yeah, wanting to make sure the ice cream like melts into the Mr. Black is good too, because yeah, this slurry is just the most delicious like coffee milkshake thing you've ever tasted. What am I eating? An affogato. It is simply, very simply, vanilla ice cream, with some Mr. Black I could pour it on top of it. Exquisite. Absolutely exquisite. Ice cream and coffee liqueur? Yeah, exactly. No, well, yeah, no pressure move, but I want to make this. You reminded me of it. Let's hope I can remember the recipe. Let's see. Um, okay, I'm gonna cheat. I'm just gonna cheat. It's gonna cheat. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to. Okay, here we go. How to drink White Russian. Ooh, White Russian actually sounds good right now. Are we about to make this into a White Russian episode hella randomly?
Mama told me not to come, not to come, not to come.
Mama told me not to come, not to come. I've never heard that song in my life. Other than on this dude's channel.
The Naughty Bulldog. 1.5 ounces. Now we're gonna build this in a glass. 1 ounce of Kahlua.
In fact, hold on. This was a completely unprompted stream anyway, so we can show this off. Umare kawaru ima koko de aoite ita sora koete iku nigiri shimeta te no hira no. Is this the right one? Yeah, okay.
Now we're gonna build this in a glass. 1 ounce of Kahlua.
Okay, ounce of Kahlua.
We want 1.5 ounces of rum, and Eric Castro uses Appleton Estate. You know, honestly, I think it was the rare blend 12 years, but it was one of the Appleton Estates. A rare blend 12 years can't really go too far wrong here.
Okay, I do,
excellent.
I do have the 12 year, so that's nice.
That might have been a little more than 1.5 ounces, but it was closer to 1.5 than 2. Now I want to crack a bunch of ice over the top of that. So we're gonna crack some ice in there, put some ice on top of this drink. Basically, we want to fill the drink with ice.
Okay,
now
so
we
top.
Add a balance of root beer. just look for a better root beer.
And then top with
really
root
like
beer,
Maine
right?
Roots root beer, and that's what we have here. This is root beer by the Maine Root. Carbonated pure water.
When does the heavy cream come in, though? How much?
Spices. And now we want to just put a little float of heavy cream. And then I think we're going to hit that with a spoon.
Okay, so it's top with root beer hit with a spoon. Okay.
Throughout.
Oh my god, that looks so cool.
Eric Castro calls for a bit of fresh nutmeg on the top. We have such a thing. And this is the Naughty Dog by Eric Castro.
Now, what I just showed you is one of my favorite drinks ever. That drink he just made is so good. That is like a top 3 drink all time. Been seeing those for a while. Never had one though. You should make it. If you have vanilla ice cream and some coffee liqueur, make yourself a bowl of it. It's so delicious. Work smart, not harder. As an artist, using references is a lifesaver. Yeah. Like that's kind of the secret to a lot of my stuff is that I do reference a lot of bartenders a lot. As you've seen, I talked about how to drink all the time. I tend to base my recipes around both. I tend to base my recipes both around onto someone else's recipe who achieved something as well as like other experience I've had with cocktails. Like the Malice one was completely on my own. Well, almost completely on my own. I knew from my research, I knew from my own experiments with the Butterfly Pea Blossom Gin, aka Empress, that it transforms colors, but I wasn't sure where exactly to go with that. And then I got reminded by Booze on the Rocks. Booze on the Rocks is a much smaller channel, but he does amazing looking cocktails all the time, and I love his drinks. So I got some inspiration on where to go with him as well. Slow motion shots pouring liquid gives such a pro vibe to a video. Oh yeah, he's excellent. How to drink is excellent. Hello. Going to replicate 1-to-1. Yeah, 1-to-1. Like that recipe is perfect. That recipe is genuinely perfect as is. That's disclaimer. I still need to find the perfect root beer for that. I always buy a different root beer for that drink because I'm always looking for the right root beer for that drink. To go back to and hello Chibity, thank you for stopping by. Slow motion shots while pouring liquid. Yeah, so the thing with How to Drink is that he's always been a pro editor. He worked on someone else's YouTube channel before he started his own YouTube channel. And then also he was in film school. He legitimately wanted to be a director, like someone who makes movies, like a Quentin Tarantino, like a Steven Spielberg, etc. He couldn't make it, and he's kind of struggling with a bunch of jobs. And then he gets into mixology. He decides to film himself doing mixology, and now his channel has been. I know he's among the biggest mixology YouTubers. I'm not sure if he's the actual biggest one in terms of subscriber count, but he is one of the biggest. And he's never been a bartender. Like a lot of the other huge mixology channels are like former bartenders, like sharing their experiences, sharing their craft, whereas How to Drink has never been a bartender, and he's made it on YouTube partly because he knows his shit about like video editing and whatnot. His ability to record videos is so elite. Scribbled that thing as fast as I could. Oh, I got vanilla ice cream and coffee liqueur. Yeah, go for it, man. And let's eat some affogato together. I'm still working on this, but like it melting down is only adding to the experience. So I can't wait to try this later. Unless you've done a thing 5 ever to the point where you memorize the references about SD and all crafts. Yep. Okay, let me just pull something up real fast. I want to get something downloaded real fast. Okay, you'll have to give me a sec. Okay. 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 Well, okay. Do need to pause this, but
2番人気は2番東海帝王、
これ以上ない仕上がりですね。
9番人気1番ナイスネイチャー、7番人気は8番オグリーキャップ、7番大気シャドウ、5番人気です。5番ゴールドシップ、6番人気です。3番ナイスネイチャー、8番人気です。2番人気は2番東海帝王。
一番人気に
can
的
you
を取
hear
らず
it? Can you hear it, by the way? Because it's kind of playing without without my allowance. Can you hear it going? Oh my gosh, I forgot that I did that, so. No chat on screen. I just want you to watch my Chanmi run. Because I was so proud of this. I'll be eating my affogato while we watch. But let me know if you can actually hear it, by the way. And tell me how loud it is.
1番人気はもちろんこの子グランプリウマ娘マヤのトップガン。3番人気には秋の三冠ウマ娘マルゼンスキー。対抗するのは秋の三冠ウマ娘東海帝王。真っ向勝負に注目だ。
火花散らすデッドヒートに期待しましょう。
ゲートイン完了。出走の準備が整いました。
Yeah, so as you can tell from my team earlier, I am Tokai Teo,
誰が先頭に抜け出すか注目しましょう。
Ogre Cat, and Nice Nature. The Nice Nature will be in the back the whole time. She is a debuffer. She doesn't have any skip. She isn't meant to win the race. She is there to debuff everyone else. My Ogre Cat was something I made last minute, and she turned out to be a demon. She was awesome. And then Tokai Teo has been a demon all CM. She helped me get through. We got through round 1 very easy. But then round 2, it was so many clutch tail wins to finally get me to the 3-win streak that gets me into the finals. And so the Tokai Teo was a very good one for me. All of my demons will have this little arrow on top. So yeah, the Nice Nature, as expected, is in the back. Maruzensky, you should know, is considered like the top meta choice. There's my Ogre Tap. There's my Tokai Teo. She's actually a little bit behind. We had late starts in this race, so I was like, oh no, this is already going badly. This is already going badly. But then, like, the Summer Maruzensky, the one in front, wasn't actually having a good race. Look how close she is to second place. So if second place shouldn't be that close, and in fact, like, everyone's passing and bullshit right here. Okay, you can see the red squares. Bullshit being so far ahead. Bullshit usually starts at the back. If they're near the front by the last quarter, you'd assume the race is already over. But then you saw all those red squares. All those red squares means that we all got debuff, and then it came down to the 2 Ogre Cats, and mine was the one dying first. Oh, and I was so proud. like I was already proud to even get to Group A finals. That takes a lot of effort. That takes so much work. It's so difficult to beat the meta in this game sometimes. But like I managed to build a pretty demonic Ogre cap. I managed to make my Tokai tail carried me all throughout the earlier parts of the champions meeting. Oh shit, okay. And then just being able to do this run felt freaking awesome, and it's nice to know that like all my hard work paid off, because I didn't just make it to the finals, I freaking won it, and thank goodness to my demon Ogre. Oh, the game was louder than in the voice. That's my bad. So, shoot. My bad. Essentially, I was just commenting about this whole thing about, it's like, so, the Ogre, okay, let me try turning it down again. Yeah, that's my bad. I really should have paid attention to the fact that I was so loud. That's my bad. Maybe if we start it up again. Like, okay, now it seems a little soft. Yeah, essentially the short version of everything I'm saying is that that Tokai Teo was like my MVP so far. She had carried me through group of day 1 was very easy. Round 1 was very easy. Round 2 is very difficult. To make it into the group A finals. To make it into the Group A finals, you need to win 3 times out of 5. And the one that got me over that hump was it was so many close races in a row where like my Tokai Teo like had to pass right at the last second. Just like literally right at the last second. Like if this spot is the finish line, right at the end. So my Tokai Teo clutched that out. And then because Unity Cup happened, in fact, is Uma Musume finally up yet? I really hope it's up. I need to update it. That's fine. When Unity Cup dropped, Unity Cup is a lot easier to train your Umas. And then so if you have and Unity Cup dropped right before the finals. So if you were in the finals, you really wanted to make a Unity Cup Uma to make sure that you can actually like compete with the other people who are making Unity Cup Umas as well. And so it was like it was a real race against time, because you had like 48 hours to build one final Uma, and I made that with my Ogre Cap. And like my Ogre Cap felt like a demon already. Like suddenly I'm getting 3 to 4 wins easily. I'm going crazy. Like 33% win rate is a pretty good win rate, and she had like 40%, 50%. It was insane. And then so like my Ogre Cap is a demon, and I'm like, oh, okay, I think we have a chance. Champion mean comes up, and you saw that race. Like double late start on my aces. It was looking bad. Summer Maruzensky in play, and then a gold chip, with a good run, but like literally everything went my way from then on, because the Maruzensky just was not popping off. The Maruzensky was not holding like a 3-length lead like she should. I think the Ogre Cap, the opposing Ogre Cap passed her, so she didn't even get an inkling and scheming, which is to say the broken the broken skill which is why front runners dominate the meta. The gold chip, like I said, the gold chip intentionally starts in the back. So if the gold chip starts in the back and then very slowly but gradually picks up speed more than anyone else. And then the idea being that's gold chip will be inevitable. And the thing was, the gold chip was already near the front right at the end. And then I thought, oh, this is over. The gold chip's gonna win. Because if the gold chip is already near the front at the final corner, that means during the last straightaway, they're just gonna pull hella far ahead. That didn't happen because my nice nature, the one who was intentionally supposed to be on the back, you notice one of my Umas was way in the back, right? That's exactly where I want her to be. She was not built to be a racer. I intentionally made her stats low because she is stacked with debuffs. Her job is to slow down every other Uma to make it so that my Umas have more of a chance. And then she did her job. She spammed. You saw all those red abilities on the right side. You remember when there's like 3 red skills in a row? That actually neutered the gold chip. And then so now suddenly it was between the 2 augury caps, and my augury cap was just slightly better than my opponent's, and so I edged it out right at the end, and it was, oh my god, it was so exciting. Woo! If you're gonna ask about game volume, at least look for a response. I only asked if you could hear it. I didn't ask about the audio balance, and that's my fault. My bad. My bad. Nice victory, but your comedy was unheard. Yeah, oopsie. Did you want to watch it again with the commentary? Or probably not. It's fine. I had to use my brain power to fight my auditory issues and pick up the commentary. Thank you. Oh my god, that's embarrassing. Speaking of embarrassing, man, the VOD of last week where it bawled my eyes out talking about my Oshi after singing Diamond City Lights got over 100 views. That must have been shared on live stream fails or something, because man, that was super embarrassing. But it's sort of too I know that I spilled some shit about Pomu and being honest about how I feel about the whole Oshi thing, because I swear it really does bug me that people throw around the word Oshi to the point that it's so diluted. Oh, if it's a VTuber they're your Oshi, and it's I can't abide that. And then so that's sort of why I'm keeping it up. And it's yeah, was it deeply embarrassing to sing badly and then talk about and then cry about my Oshi, my lost Oshi? Yeah, but also I do feel I did feel proud to be able to be open about that type of thing. And then so I decided, you know what, fuck it, I'll just leave it up, because it's if people know me as the bad singer who then cried about his Oshi and then ranted about the current Western Oshi culture, fine, actually. At least someone heard it. At least someone heard it. I'll probably do lots of embarrassing things. I'll probably say lots of embarrassing things on stream, whatever. I do feel it was important to get off my chest, and it felt good to get off my chest. Cringe is dead. Freedom thrives. Hell yeah. Oh my god. All of the ice cream melted into the thing now, and it's the most delicious ice cream soup you've ever had. Oh my god. Okay, maybe Scarlet had a point after all. Be free, be cringe. Do not kill the cringe. Kill the part of you that cringes. As long as it ain't lukewarm. Yeah. Lukewarm ice cream is kind of nasty, which is why I still have a problem with Scarlet's take. Scarlet Yonaguni from Nishi Sanji Ien, she likes ice cream soup, and she will intentionally make herself a bowl of ice cream, like scoop in some ice cream, and then put it in the microwave. What the fuck is wrong with you? Okay, let's make a Nai dog real fast. Let's make a Nai dog, and then let's see if Uma is up. But let me just put this ice cream into the bowl, into the sink. I tell myself this when my Yumi ship between a character of mine and a canon character of the game I play. Which ship? Ship? I gotta chill with that thing. I got a meme that I am cringe, but I am free with a picture looking at me in the horizon with my mask on an opacity in the distance. What the heck? Okay, let's see. Is this correct now? Yeah. Okay, here we go. Let me move down the tail. Hold up. Oh, do I need to? Okay. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. I forgot my hotkeys. Okay. All right. Let us make the naughty dog. I forgot to grab a glass. Yep. So, have you ever heard of Final Fantasy 14? I mean, did you want me to say the meme because I forgot the meme? That's the MMO, right? Or is that something different? There may be a way to see where the hits came from via analytics. Oh, sure. I guess I could check that. Not now, but I guess I can check that. Show us your model toggles? Sure, actually. Sure, let's do it. Why not? Oh, right. I still had this. Oh, there we go. So, we have... First of all, we have the drunk face, of course. I haven't gotten particularly drunk yet. Maybe the Nai dog will do it to me, but I'm not that drunk yet. Along with the drunk face, I can make myself blush a little deeper, in case that's relevant. I have heart eyes, which actually I should use more often because I've had some drinks that are really good that could use the heart eyes, and also maybe if it comes up in other ways. Unfortunately, heart eyes don't work with the drunk face. Only blush works with the drunk face. Actually, I wonder. Okay, yes. I do have a little bit of a yandere type face in case I drink something that's really, really bad. Or in case something goes horribly wrong if and when I'm ever able to play a video game. We have tail up. And tail down. I asked for tail down simply because I know sometimes it might get in the way of something, and so I wanted the option to keep the tail on but have it out of the way. And then so I asked for tail down. I've hat off but still on me like this, and I really wanted something like this because I think it looks cool. I like this hat in general, and I like the idea of being able to still be wearing it even though it's off. And then of course I can just disable the hat entirely. What does that search toggle? I could swear I had something on there, but I guess not. Okay, no. Yes, that's all of the toggles I have set. I have more toggles that I could use, but I chose not to use because of, I think actually. Give me a sec. Oops, wrong one. Did this one disable the sword? No. Oh, right. Okay. I can disable the tail altogether if I think it's really out of the way. There we go. Okay. I think that's high enough. Yep. The hat in the back is cool. Yeah, I love everything about this model. Roberta Mama did such a good job with this model. I love it so much. Ugh. Eyes for when the absent shows up. Oh no. Yep, you're so right. You're so right. Yeah, it's the MMO. That's the game. Yay, model toggles. Yay. The drunk face. Yeah, no, I love the drunk face too. It's so perfect. Shout out to Bon. Bon is the inspiration for that. I even made sure to reach out to Bon to make sure it was okay for me to have a drunk toggle, and yep, they were fine with it. There needs to be a term for VTuber you like, but don't go all in as an Oshi. Yeah, no, I feel the same way because I felt that way a lot about like my first few faves, my Polka from Hololive Gen 5, Kiara from Hololive EN Gen 1, and they were clearly my favorite VTubers. Just flat out, know for a fact they are my favorite VTubers. Knowing what I know about what Oshi is supposed to mean, I could never call them my Oshi. I don't think I could push myself as far as I could the way I could for Pomu Rain Puff. And yeah, it bothers me so much that people will just willy-nilly call anyone their Oshi. When I knew, because it was like when Pomu first debuted, she was my favorite. She wasn't my Oshi, and so like I'm watching all of them, just trying to get a feel for them. But then like Pomu, like it was before she was going on hiatus for her surgery. She decided to do this karaoke, and it was like so passionate. She's getting so into it. It's whether it's for a serious song or a fun song, etc. She's just getting so into it, and then she's singing her heart out and everything. And and that's when it clicked for me. That's when I was like, oh, okay, no, I she is my Oshi. I need to do everything I can to support her. I will, like, I set aside a budget just simply for, or to being able to donate even heavily to her. Like, I will boot up my stream even if I know I'm too busy just to register a view for her. I will do everything in my power to push her, or because that's what it means to have an Oshi, and that's why that's why I knew she was my Oshi, is because as I had that spark, I had that like toggle flip, like, oh, I must do everything in my power to support her. Like, you can like if let's say you did have someone like that, but you have other favorites, they can still be your favorites. You can still tune in when you have the time. You can still donate for memes when you have the budget set, when you have a little spare cash on it, and you can do all sorts of stuff for your for your other favorites. But in order for them to be your Oshi, I do think you have to have some sort of like true dedication to them. And it's why, like, the dilution of the term bothers me so much, is because, like, if you just like them but you aren't like going all the way for them, like, can you really call yourself an Oshi for them, right? That's sort of my problem I've always had with the term. Hello T. Do you have a ref sheet? I think you mentioned you don't have one. Yeah, I do not have one yet. I probably should figure one out. Maybe I'll ask my model mama for one, just because, yeah, I would like to commission more stuff with this model. And thanks for reminding me, I do need to commission overlays. I've contacted someone. I actually need to push them. Calling them weak fans, not necessarily, because you can be big fans of VTubers, and I do think it's like, I do think I'm going a little bit too gatekeepy with this. Oh, there's a bot. I'm probably taking it a little too far, but my main point is like for an Oshi, for a true Oshi, is like embedded into your mentality that you will do anything to support them. And it's like, it's like, you'll see people that like put out these charts like, oh, these are my Oshis, and list like literally like 5, 10, 15, 50 VTubers in like a list or a picture or whatnot. But then like you see most of their tweets, and it's like, first of all, it's mostly 3 VTubers that they tweet, and then it's mostly 3 VTubers that they tweet, and then also there's one that they're consistently showing up at, one they're supporting. It's like, you can call them your Oshi. Please don't call like the other 2 that like you occasionally go to. Like I wouldn't. I don't think you can call them your Oshi. You might be able to call the first one your Oshi, but even then, like, it depends how like there is a weird sort of dedication to the term Oshi. That's, again, Poca was my favorite. Kiara was my favorite. I didn't have that urge, that burning desire within my brain, within my heart, that said, like, I need to do whatever I can to support them. Synthwaves no Natsu, did something go wrong with the audio? Is something going wrong with the audio? But yeah, just, again, this has been many words to say. Like, don't just call every VTuber you like an Oshi. That's just my main that's my main complaint with how diluted the term has come. The hat down toggle kind of makes you look like you're wearing a giant CD on your back. Not a complaint. I I did sort of think something like that. Oh, it's a response to my message. Okay, just making sure. Let's actually make the naughty dog before I keep forgetting, because I keep talking instead of actually doing the thing I promised I'd do. We'll build this directly in a glass, and as if you've seen the whole video, that's a how to drink video. This is loosely related to the White Russian. The White Russian is a pretty simple thing. I think actually you could make an argument it's almost like old-fashioned coated. That I think that's a little bit of a stretch, but it's not an unfounded way to look at it. I think I prefer the hat down because your ears are adorable when they bounce around. Thank you. Everything about this model is awesome, and I'm glad you liked the ears as well. Think I'm gonna head out to rest and feel a little tired earlier tonight, so ciao. Thanks for stopping by, Poke. Once again, sorry for starting stream so late. That's been a habit lately. I really do need to get to everything earlier. I've been in bad habits lately. So you're gonna want 1.5 ounces of Kahlua, and 2 notes: if you're making a drink and it calls for Kahlua, use Kahlua. Kahlua is a pretty unique. Kahlua is a pretty unique coffee liqueur. It has a distinct flavor compared to other coffee liqueurs. People, all sorts of drinks, like you can get the brand you want. So typically you can try things within the same class. Like, okay, you can use different bourbons for different bourbon drinks. Obviously they will be different and sometimes very substantially different, but you will get desirable results with that. With Kahlua specifically, Kahlua is enough of a unique flavor profile that if it's calling for Kahlua, please use Kahlua. I messed this up already. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do something deeply weird. And this is why you start with your cheapest ingredient first. Hacker wants to draw wants a PNG of you to draw, by the way. Oh yeah. I mean, I need to. I really want to watermark it somehow. Maybe I'll ask my. Maybe I'll ask oh, this is probably a whatchamacallit. That message got filtered somehow, didn't it? Let me check the live chat. YouTube should just let me default to live chat, not top chat. There are a couple that taste almost like Kahlua. Okay. I'm tired, therefore... Or unfiltered, I will say what comes to mind, including that you look very huggable. Thank you. Or just place yourself on the screen. I can take a screenshot. Sure. Yeah, you'll have to give me a sec though. So I'm going to I'm going to sip this until I have 1 ounce, not. Yeah. Okay. So this is now 3/4 of an ounce. And then I need to put another 1/4 ounce in here to get to 1 ounce. That was embarrassing. Yeah, you weren't supposed to put 1.5 ounce. You were supposed to put 1 ounce. Got to change that saying every time you chat on YouTube. Yeah, I probably should. Now we will go with 1.5 ounces of a Jamaican rum. The way Eric Castro does it, and that's the way I will do it, is with the Appleton 12-year. Appleton is just a really good product. If you can get the 12-year, fantastic. This is a little bit more expensive of a bottle, so like the normal Appleton is also incredibly good. I think it is, if you've ever had Smith & Cross, it's in a similar vein to the Smith & Cross. Like, it's heading into that, like, deeply banana-y direction, funky banana direction, but it still has its own, like characteristics. It's still, like, it decides to shy away from going that extreme the way Smith & Cross does, with the other unique flavors into it. Yeah. Fill this with ice, and I'm just gonna use freezer ice because the thing is, we're adding in. First of all, it's already dark colors, and we're adding like heavy cream to this, root beer and heavy cream to this. It is the color of the ice doesn't really matter here. Don't worry, I used to do that to my bamboo when I put too much water. There were only pebbles in the pot. Okay. Yeah. Use a fancier root beer. I want to find a better root beer, but this was all they have. I like Susei Sarsaparilla. I like I forget what it was called. It had like a circular label. It was very simple logo, but it was very good. But I will measure this out. I'm going to put 2.5 ounces because I do think, like, if you just top this off, it does affect the balance a little bit. So I do want to measure this out a bit, just to make sure I'm getting the right amount. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, that's the way I tend to like it. I don't like it. When I filled it all the way to the top, it did feel like it was a little bit too much. Whereas when you get to about there, that is it, and that's exactly 2.5 ounces. So, how the drink was kind of cooking. And then we will just float a little bit of heavy cream on top, like just enough to cover the top. And that does have a pretty cool layered effect, but you're not gonna want that. Actually, I think I did like when it was filled all the way to the top. So let's hit it a little more. And then we're just gonna hit this with a spoon to incorporate. As always, we're hitting it with a spoon, not stirring, because it's carbonated and we don't want this to fizz up and kind of overflow over the glass. The only root beer I know I don't like is Barks. In general, I don't like the really syrupy root beers anymore, just because I know I've had fancier root beers now, and so it's like, oh, okay, the faker stuff isn't as good to me anymore. But here we go, the Naughty Dog. And you want to know what it tastes like? You want to know what it tastes like? Actually, let me make sure that this is in the right place. Oh shoot. Okay, here we go. Hopefully this is the right. Oh, come on now. All right. Okay, you know what? Frick it. Window capture. There we go. Come on now. Let me just move this thing. All right. What this tastes like, if I can pull this all the way down.
From Polite Provisions. Okay. You're gonna think I'm exaggerating. This is tastier than a root beer float. Root beer float is one of my favorite things of all time, and this is basically a root beer float, but grown up. So, tasting notes, root beer float, root beer float, root beer float, root beer float, root beer float. This is a root beer float. That's what it tastes like. But better. It's got more detail. You can taste that nutmeg. You can taste...
Oh, I forgot to put nutmeg on this. Oh my god, you're so right.
This is scrumtralescent, and I don't use that word lightly.
Yep. You taste this, and what it tastes like is a very, very, very fancy root beer float. That is the best way I can describe this too. And I played that clip because I think you guys wouldn't believe me if I like reduced it down that way. It really just tastes like a root beer float. This is mostly root beer and heavy cream after all, but that's just as having those those rum spices, those rum flavors, or that complexity of the rum, having a little bit of that coffee liqueur to add a little bit of depth and flavor to this is just absolutely delightful. Let's try to get off the sides too. Oh my god. 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 Oh, that's so good. I haven't had one of these in so long. Oh my gosh. This is the ultimate. So I've talked before when I've made more simple drinks like BB's drink, which is essentially an espresso martini but with chocolate in it. When I have like pina coladas or like other drinks that are unironically super good, but it's you know, there's not much to the flavor profile to really explain to people. Like this is the ultimate one. So I would say that's the case for cheap sake. I would say that's the case for or the Naughty Dog. They are uncomplicated but heavenly. This is so good. Why haven't I made this in a while? This is so good. The nutmeg is what is that just little bit that like pushed it all the way to the top, because it's like you get the root. I mean, this is a fake root beer still. I believe it has natural flavors in it. Yeah. There's a little bit of real stuff in there, but it's mostly like natural flavor. It's mostly like natural flavors as opposed to like a true like legitimate root beer, which is actually made with roots. But still, like it's a higher quality root beer than like your literal like I mean it is a brand, but like your or biggest name brand stuff, which is just trying to make it as cheap as possible. You get a lot of those rooty flavors. You get the nice like coffee milkshake, like Starbucks coffeeness of the Kahlua, which that's I never say that to hate. Like I really love the taste of Kahlua for that reason. Like it tends to lend itself very well to these more simple flavor profile drinks. You get the complex part about this is the rum, as you get a little bit of that banana funkiness, you get like the spices is from it. You get it's just you get that like a caramel rumminess of it, and it's and that blends well with just the fact all of those things serve to basically spice up this is root beer float. And that's why it is. It's like the rest of it is just the root beer and the heavy cream. That those on their own make a very nice root beer float, and then you get just as all that extra complexity on top of it to really make this. It's a root beer float is so simple, right? It's just root beer and ice cream. Very delicious, very satisfying. Imagine like if you ever see those memes of like oh, home cook versus pro chef. It's like you get a pro chef to make you a root beer float, and it's something like this. It's whew, oh my gosh. Oh my god, it's very much a dessert drink. It is You do kind of feel guilty drinking this because it is very like creamy. It is very desserty, but it's so good. This is a top 3 cocktail of all time for me. This honestly is a top 3 cocktail. Do I? You want to say that? There are some damn good cocktails out there, but this is among my favorite cocktails ever. And it is an incredibly simple one. And it's not a complex flavor profile, but it's so good. Yeah, this was the one that reminds me that I had a heart toggle. Yep. I'm only able to find A&W in a brand called America Star. Yeah, I need to find more fancy root beers. I don't know where to find them though, because I can't find. Weirdly, I can't really find them at my local liquor store. I wonder if there's like a fancy soda fountain somewhere. Is this a hard ice toggle, chat? Yeah, I know, because when Hacker earlier told me to show off more of my model, I knew that I should use the hard ice more often, and also the more often. Well, I don't like making bad drinks, so there shouldn't be a reason for me to use this that often, but I like having it in case I make something that's truly bad. But like one of my Nitya cocktails was really bad. I didn't stream it, but one of my first renditions of a Nitya cocktail was one of the worst things I've ever drank. Just drinking this straight out of the bottle now. Yeah. Yeah, I really should be able to use the hard ice more. I think part of the issue is that I use the drunker toggle a lot, and I do not have it. I cannot use the hard ice with the drunk toggle. Spin wheel where worst space is absinthe, but I like absinthe. Absinthe is my favorite. Absinthe is my favorite spirit. Like I can drink absinthe straight up. Absinthe is actually really good if you can handle it. And my favorite cocktail ever, my number 1 favorite cocktail, is an absinthe drink. And not to brag, it is a drink I invented. It is the fancier mint Fantome cocktail, the one that didn't go viral. I think it got like 15 likes, which is still awesome for me. But like the one that was basically just a grasshopper, I mean, I'm still proud of that drink because I managed to get the chocolate to go really well in a way that looks like her skirt. That one got like 300 likes, and that was the one that went semi-viral. The one that the one I made that is my favorite drink of all time, the chilling reminder, that got like 15 likes. But ever since making it, like I'll make that drink casually, like not streaming, not even planning on streaming, like just a random day and I wanted something really good, I will make the chilling reminder because it is the best drink I've ever best drink I've ever had, and I'm the one who invented it. Because I've never seen anyone combine mint and absinthe together on the internet yet. Maybe I'm just not looking hard enough, but I don't see cocktail recipes that say muddle mint, do this and that, then add absinthe. Like mint and absinthe go so well together. They are soulmates. They belong together. They are so good together. And yeah, I've never seen cocktails made that way. And they should. They're such a good drink. But to get back to the point, man, this Naughty Dog, like also heavenly. Just an alcoholic, but also deeply deeply wonderful root beer float is incredible. Incredible. I go to a liquor store I've never went. They have Pisco and they have fairly cheap absinthe. That sounds like an oxymoron to me. I've never seen absinthe that wasn't like $50. There might be cheap absinthe. Well, there might be cheap pastis. Yeah, like I think Pernod pastis is pretty cheap, and then I've seen something that is like similar, also similar to a pastis. That's that. I'm not 100% sure what it is, and maybe I'm forgetting. I can probably just look. I have the bottle somewhere behind me, but I'm a little lazy to look at it. Fun fact, because I've seen people talking about like, I didn't realize Pernod actually made absinthe. Pernod made absinthe before absinthe was declared illegal. Pernod, actually, you know what? I will look for it now just because it's fun. It's fun to explain this. All right. How well can you see these? Pernod, and then Pernod Absinthe Superior. Absinthe Superior. I can't speak French. Yes, these are two different things. And yes, Pernod does in fact make absinthe. And yes, they made absinthe before the absinthe ban. I need to do more. Again, I really want to do that absinthe episode eventually, but I really do want to talk about that because it's fascinating how the government basically managed to get its absinthe illegal. But basically, Pernod made absinthe before it was illegal to make absinthe, and then so they decided to just stick around and make. I feel like I might be spreading misinformation here. I could be wrong, but I know they made this product for a good long while, a pastis, which does taste decently similar to absinthe according to my memory, at least, but it's not absinthe. And this is a relatively cheap bottle. I do believe it was like in the $20-$30 range. And then when they started selling absinthe again, allegedly at the very least, they are just going back to the same recipe they used before the absinthe ban. And to taste these side by side, let's try the pastis. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, straight up. That kind of tastes like Jaeger. It tastes like flat Diet Coke with a few cooking herbs in it. Which is fine, honestly. Which is fine, but it's nothing like the absinthe I love, which is here, Absinthe Superior. And you can tell another key difference. The actual absinthe actually has a cork. The pastis is a twist on. Absinthe Superior. Mm-hmm. What if I say I'm not like the others? What if I say I'm not just another one of your plays? You're a pretender. What if I say I will never surrender? When you... let's do this the other way around, actually. When you drink real absinthe, it makes a pastis taste like a really... You can tell that a pastis is a really fake. It is very much trying to replicate what absinthe is without a lot of the things that make absinthe what it is. This has just intense herbal flavor. It is so heavy hitting with like it's anise flavor. It's herbs. Yeah, no, it like bites you right away with just some of the more like intense spiciness, intense herbaceousness, and just like imagine someone just shoving a bunch of cooking herbs into your face and forcing you to sniff all of it, and it's like, okay, you get hit intensely hard with that first barrage of flavors and smells, but then once you're able to get past that, once you're able to parse that out, because I sip a lot of absinthe, I'm actually used to it now. It is intensely strong. It's like, what is it? Excuse me. It is 68%. It is 68%. It is an extremely powerful spirit. For reference, most spirits are 40%. So it is a lot stronger than most spirits. And so it is very intense. I can understand why people don't really get into absinthe. I can understand why people are intimidated by absinthe. But when you can parse out the flavors, when you can and like handle the absinthe, it is a complexity of flavors that you will never be able to get from anything else. It's so good. And it's partly why, like, if you're not an absinthe drinker, I hope you like things that are at least washed with absinthe, because obviously it's an extremely intense flavor. That's why we have these little aerolizers. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. But yeah, that's why we have these little spray bottles filled with absinthe. You just coat the inside of a glass with absinthe, and that's like less than a quarter of an ounce. It's like a very, very, very minuscule amount. Just a very tiny amount of absinthe, and it still imparts its flavor into the drink. And so you get the strong flavors of absinthe when you do that, but you don't get the intensity of the absinthe. So I would. Hello. Hello. I would really recommend getting absinthe rinsed drinks if you can't handle actual absinthe. Still expensive though, but a bit more cheap than the bottles I've seen. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, because absinthe is quite expensive. One was a neon colored absinthe that was like green, but natural green. Yeah. I think I've seen one like that. I really want to try that one. How fancy is the root beer you'd like to find? It doesn't have to be super duper. It doesn't have to be like super duper fancy, but I do want it to have like. I want it to be a little more legit. Have actual like ginger stuff in it. Like, okay, rather of roots in it, because for example, give me a sec. Ah, crap, I need to open this. I had to buy more ginger beer ever since the Phase Connect screen, because of the fact that I used the last of my ginger beer to make that Nidia cocktail. Here he is. So here's some fever tree ginger beer. Basically like root. We use these in cocktails a lot, as you've seen. We've made mules with this. We made Nidia's cocktail with this. Okay, here we go. Ingredients: carbonated water, sugar, ginger roots, natural ginger flavoring, other natural flavors, tartaric acid, ascorbic acid. Like this has actual ginger in it, and then so you get a natural old ginger flavor from it. I used to like Cock and Bull, which is a really strong ginger beer, except that's like, after trying this and realizing that it had an actual ginger root in it, because it was like, ooh, this is a lot more mild of a ginger beer, but it tastes very good. What's going on here? And it's like, oh, it's because it has actual ginger. Shit. It's because it has actual ginger root in it. And then Cock and Bull has natural flavors in it. Same with this root beer. It has it does have Quialia. I don't know how to pronounce that extract. That might be real. But like most root beers I see are just basically like soda water and like a ginger and like a root beer syrup that's like very artificial. This one's no exception. It is a little better than the other, like, I can quote unquote natural flavor root beers, but like I really like the more fancy. I wanted to get like a more real root beer, because I remember so How to Drink, one of his few non-alcoholic recipes was to make Sunset Sarsaparilla from Fallout. And he actually made it with roots, and you're supposed to like basically boil some roots in water, and then like you have them extract their flavor, and then like mix it with syrup to turn it into a syrup, and then put that into a strainer. Strain it through so that you don't get any of the roots. You don't want to be sipping any of those roots. And then you'll have a concentrated root beer syrup that you can then just mix with soda water to make root beer, or you can make a naturally fermented root beer where you put a little bit of yeast in there and then actually let it ferment like a beer like a real beer, in order to give it its carbonation, which is the way people will have done it in like 1900s. It's an earlier. And it would have a little alcohol in it, but not a lot. It would have like 2% alcohol. And this is how like they made beers in like the medieval ages. And up until like the 1900s or whatever, and it was low enough and proved that children could drink it. Like children in medieval times, they'd have beer for breakfast because it was a turbo weak beer. And it was just a way to like use your wheat and whatnot. But But point being, like, that's the natural way to have a carbonated root beer, or you can just use soda water, and that's fine too. Point being, that it has been many words to say. I would like a more natural root beer, is the point. I would like one that is kind of made in a, that, as Hacker Troller says, in a homemade way. Want to play some Uma Musume? It has to be done by now, right? It has to be done by now, right? Please be done. Be right back. I'm just gonna put some bottles. I'm just gonna put some stuff away. Is update over? Bottled root beer is usually fancier, I think. Yeah. Bottled root beer, I would assume so, yes. Oh, gigantic updates. Okay, we finally got the guts rework. Oh my god, it is funny to me because people are like, oh yeah, the YouTubers are probably coping and seething right now because as all their advice is now obsolete. And the truth of the matter is, like, at least the ones I watch, they're actually thrilled about the fact that they changed the meta so much because of the fact that it's because of the fact that it changes everything. They didn't like that Uma Musume has been solved, and that's everyone, like you can just plan like 5 years in advance. The fact that they dropped this update so early and changed everything is actually something they're excited to explore for the sake of everyone else, is because it's like it's an actually new game now. It's not just the same old. How is the audio balance this time, by the way? Godspeed. Oh god, this update's gonna take a while, isn't it? Okay, well, let's see, what can we do in the meantime? What can we do in the meantime? Yes, it is the guts update now. It is the big update. It is the one that changes everything, and I'm actually kind of thrilled about that, because it is. It's long awaited. It's. I'm not being drowned out so good. We can hear you well. Oh god, 6.54 gigabytes. Yeah. So as mentioned, the meta has been solved. The reason why they were like, oh, Summer Maru Zensuke is must pull, Summer Maru Zensuke is must pull, is because she was indeed going to be the best Uma for like a good like year, roughly, like nine, at least 9 months, and possibly like over a year, and she would still be good after that for a while, just because of the fact that it's like front running meta is gonna be pretty uncontrolled with the old game mechanics, and it was and Guts just feels bad that it's such a useless skill. It's not useless, it's irrelevant. Irrelevance is the right word to use, because when it comes up, it comes up. It's just that the situations it comes up hardly matters. Hardly comes up. But now that situation does come up, and the situations where it's good is more manufactured, and so it is a huge deal to be able to have all that. That's it now compared to the timing then. So it means it's like, yes, as almost everything after Aoharu Unity, everything after Unity should be roughly the same. But I'm trying to get to Uma Musume updated on my phone too. But for Aoharu itself, it changes so much, because it's like, okay, the reasons why front runners get highly nerfed from this Guts update have now come early. And it also changes the format of the Unity Cup. Like, okay, Unity Cup was solved. You needed both of the Rico and the Rice. You now don't need the Rice Shower. You do still need the Rico, but you no longer need the Rice Shower, because of the fact that when you're picking a team name, what your team name is determines what skill you get at the end of the Unity Cup if you win it. And it's Rice Showers is very important to have those double to have double recovery skills. Well, now, because of the Guts update, an extremely important skill is No Stopping Me. You can now get that for free. You can now get that for free by not picking a team name. The default team name is Team Carrot. You can now get Team Carrot for free. Now just as not having a team name is fine, because as No Stopping Me is good early. It wasn't good when JP had Aoharu, their name for the Unity Cup, and then No Stopping Me was a kind of a useless skill for a long time. Now it's a very good skill. Have you caught up on all the Uma anime? I am behind on Cinderella Grey. I haven't watched it in some time, just because I kind of want to marathon it, and also because I've been reading a lot of stuff. Speaking of, oh my god, the fucking Goddess Fall in Nikkei. Holy shit. Okay, actually, let's... While we wait for this to update. You can still hear me, right? Okay. Yeah, I'm saying that the mic audio is good, so you can still hear me, right? Dude, the Goddess Fall update. The freaking Nikkei storyline. And spoilers, like holy shit, it's so intense. It's like, oh my god, it was there was so much shit that happened that it's like it is hard to talk about it. So it's in a way that I understand. I actually got got to it today. Like I haven't been able to read consistently, mostly because I've been grinding Naruhodo. I was grinding the Unity Cup, and then I was also like just busy with a lot of other stuff, so I couldn't read all of it. I read the first 5 of story 2, and then the second 5 of story 2. And then I managed to read the last chapter today, and it's like, holy shit, like, so, okay, Nikkei spoilers for those who care. So, unlike a lot of stuff, I do think they have actually officially killed off Isabel and Haran. It didn't impact me that much that they died at the time, because of the fact that it's like, oh, they'll make up some reason that they can come back. Like, I know Noah's death was considered shocking for some people, and like they really go into graphic. It's crazy. They go into really graphic detail on what happens to their bodies, like how badly mutilated their bodies get when they're defeated, the heroes. But they don't actually show it. But it's like, oh no. Noah's entire front side is charred, or is char black. Like her face is a smooth surface now, etc. And it's like, okay, her core is dead, and now there's and they're like, and like the only thing left of her is her brain, and it's like, okay, so clearly she's gonna come back, because the thing was they've done this a bunch of times. Marion dies right at the beginning, but then she comes back as Modernia. You shot her in the head, so it's like presumably her brain is destroyed, but she manages to come back somehow. Chime has her head cut off, but then they manage to like incubate her brain, and then she's able to be repaired. And then this happens to all of Pioneer when you get the reveal at the end, which, huge spoilers, the queen inherits Lily Weiss's body. Lily Weiss, the original Nikkei, who, if you've ever read Red Ash, is insanely strong. And it's like she kills so much. She like murders all 4 members of Pioneer. Like, okay, she cuts off Snow White's head. She crushes Scarlet. She knocks Rapunzel into pieces. So that's the 3 of them. And then she like punches out Nayuta. And then it's like, first of all, the fact that she did that, the fact that happened in the first place, and that Lily Weiss has come back is incredible. And then just there are other callbacks that are insane too, but it's like, it's so incredible. In like the other form of the term, not like in an exciting way, and like I literally can't believe this way of like, okay, they're bringing back characters in like different forms, or like they're bringing back the forms of characters with like different mentalities. And then it's like, so to continue my point of like how they don't really kill off characters is like, okay, Chime, and then every way that all of Pioneer got killed were ways that they can be repaired, and they explain it right away. Oh, Rapunzel's body was cut to pieces. Enough of her head survived for us to preserve her brain. Scarlet was badly wounded, and being able to recover her brain is too dangerous right now. Snow White was cleaved clean in half, so it was actually very easy to repair her. And it's like, Nayuta was only moderately damaged, so she should be repaired fairly quickly. And it's like, okay, see, that's why I was expecting with Inherit, but apparently Johan confirmed Haran and Isabel's death, and it was like, oh, Oh. Oh. The thing is, I still have my doubts because of the fact that once again, and Lilith, and at least in some form, Lilith, Red Shoes, and Marion, Marion, because Marion should be brain dead. We literally shot her in the head. Red Shoes is dead, but now we have established that there is the girl's frontline excuse for why characters can die of her personality was uploaded into some kind of database. So at the very least is the hologram for. Actually, no, we did have this from the swimsuit event, the Rappy swimsuit event, the Rappy in the leg swimsuit event. That did establish that like holograms of dead people can survive. Actually, the concept of holograms of dead people has always been a thing in Nikkei for a lot of events, both silly and serious. So I do think somehow we will get them back, partly just because of the fact that like they're playable characters. It's hard to justify having a playable character that is technically dead. I'm not sure how they would explain that, but also like I know that that's kind of a thing with Star Rail, right? It's like one of the only reasons I would have played Star Rail, and I generally don't like Koryo games, is the one character I like is dead canonically, but then she came back in a different way. So that's a weird thing, and I do think there's a way to bring them back in that way, in the Red Shoes way, with Mirror and their personality. If their personalities were uploaded in some way, the way like your girl's frontline is. And then with who was the third one I mentioned? So Marion, Red Shoes. Oh yeah, and Lily-Wise. So apparently we can have Lily-Wise back. She should have been brain dead because it was like obviously she died in combat defending the Ark. That's the whole thing with Overzone. That is the whole thing with Overzone, is that she died defending the Ark, and like they properly buried her. They properly like I gave her a funeral. She was laying dead for a while, and then. Huge spoilers for White Memory Filter T. But at the end of White Memory, the Raptures stole her head, and then that's a huge deal. But then shit. Where am I going with this? Because. I'm guessing part of it is because Neil Lister had her body within her, and then also ramming into the mother, who I guess has Lily-Wise's head, means that she could manifest herself into Lily-Wise's body. Oh my gosh. Testing. Am I back? Am I alive? Testing. Am I alive? Okay. So these three characters, Red Shoes, Marion, and Lily-Wise, are why I still think somewhere in the back of my head they will bring back like Haran and I keep wanting to say Indivilia, Isabel. Oh, and to be frank, I do think they'll somehow bring back Indivilia and Neil Lister somehow. Um, but it's in yeah, it's I'm not sure how now because they confirmed them dead, but it also feels weird to have playable characters who are canonically dead. Wow, it's still only halfway done. But yeah, oh my god! And then we haven't even gotten to like the other stuff. Reverse Hakia plays Reverse 1999, which also has dead playable characters. True, true. I guess I don't play a lot of like. I guess I don't play much. I guess I don't play a lot of turbo serious stories like that where or they do kill off characters much more easily. It does feel weird about like being able to use those characters though because of the fact because as I'm mentioning it's like it feels odd to be able to it feels odd to me. Yeah. Red Hood is playable in a sense, yet dead or something. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. And then like the original Rappy isn't really there anymore, so it's like hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking out my head here, but it's I I'm not sure how they're gonna handle the story now because they broke in precedent, and so they never really permanently killed off characters like this. So it's sort of like yeah, but because as the thing is too because like they. I was pretty sure they confirmed Red Shoe's dead, and she really is dead. Mirror is a different character, but it's like she is for the people who like their design, and frankly, I do like Red Shoe's design. It is a shame that she died because she was one of the hottest characters in the game. She is dead canonically, but they have brought her back by introducing a character that has her form. They brought back. They brought back Rose, which is actually a really fun thing, and that's another one where it's like okay I can so the reason I'm not as miffed about Rose is I can imagine a cleanup crew because all all that happened to her was she got stabbed to death. I could imagine a world where Scarlet it stabs her sister to death, has that longing embrace with her sister, or as she takes her dying breaths, and it's like that huge dramatic scene. God, New Year, New Sword is so good. I want to listen to that. Actually, I've been wanting to talk about. Actually, you know what? Maybe I could. Could I update Nikke and Uma Musume at the same time, or will my laptop explode in my face? But yeah, Rose coming back is a little bit more feasible, if not a little bit like, if not a tad a Deus Ex, because of the fact that it's feasible to me that okay they have their emotional duels. Scarlet manages is to kill her sister. She's depressed about it. It's a Rose is dying in Scarlet's arms, and then and we know from Red Ash that very shortly thereafter Lily Rice and the Grimm Model 1, Grimm Squadron, Goddess Squadron, and finds them. Finds Scarlet on her own, find Raptures among the corpses of the melee squad, and then recruit her. So that happens right after. I wonder if the cleanup crew found those bodies, managed to recover Rose's brain in time, and in secret somehow and for some reason revived Rose. There's a Red Shoes too. Yes, there is a new character that was maybe she was introduced in the main story. I'm not caught up on the main story, but there was a new character introduced in Red Ash. Not Red Ash, Goddess Fall, the newest Nikkei event that everyone's talking about, named Mirror, which looks and sounds exactly like Red Shoes. They were just using Red Shoes' model. They're using Red Shoes' model again. They're using Red Shoes' voice actress again. But it's apparently a different character. It is some kind of AI. It is some kind of hologram that uses Red Shoes' personality data. But so that's why she looks and talks like Red Shoes, but it has allegedly its own goals. It very much acts similarly to Red Shoes, except that she's not exactly Red Shoes. She is Red Shoes as much as Venom Snake is Big Boss, if you understand that reference. And I will not spoil that reference if you don't understand that reference. It's supposedly her personality data. I have absolutely no knowledge about why Rose is back, other than the fact that she got a Rapture Course inserted into her body. That's another thing, which is why I'm not too arsed about it, because I know that a Snow White's body is mostly Rapture's parts. Is her name just Mirror? Yes, her name is Mirror, and she is an AI that uses Red Shoes, who uses Red Shoes' personality data and therefore her appearance as well. I would pull it up if I wasn't already updating Uma Musume. And it's my Nikkei client isn't logging me in, so that's annoying. Oh, whoa. My phone is loading this a lot faster than my computer for some reason too, my laptop. It might also be... Actually, no. That makes sense because I'm streaming right now. It is probably using a lot of the resources trying to stream, and then the rest of it to update Uma Musume. So never mind. I'm not going to blame my computer being slow. It's trying to, and also I'm running both VTube Studio and VBridger. So actually, good job, computer. You're holding up well because I'm asking you to do so much at once. I'm asking you to stream. I am asking you to run my model, and I'm asking you to update Uma Musume. And I am now currently asking you to log into Nikkei. But you are currently failing at that. So you know what? Fair play. Sorry about that, computer. But with that in mind, I'm going to use the bathroom now. But there's probably still going to be time because, yeah, Uma Musume is only 60% done. Yeah. Hopefully we can actually play some Uma. If not, we can talk more about Nikkei, because shit, what a good event. Holy crap, what a good event. Be right back though. I really gotta use bathroom. I really need to get caught up on the main story though. So a lot of the things with the big lore events is that they're massive. They are major plot events that the commander, your player character, the commander, are not a part of. And then so I wonder how they're going to. I wonder where the commander is in all this. And obviously, I would know if I played the main story, but I need to get caught up on that. Except I need to get caught up on the Snowbreak main story, which it's funny. Like Uma Musume killed off all my other games. I don't play much of Blue Archive anymore. I've lost out on a lot of games I was dabbling in just because like Uma Musume takes up a lot of my time, except that it's also it feels worth my time learning about all these horses, learning strategies, building Umas. It very much feels like the enjoyable grind of like Kantai collection, where it's like that all your work is leading up to something. And then so it's like, okay, you're doing all this work to create a competitive, what's the word again? A champions meeting in Uma, and then so it's like, okay, yeah, you're refining your stats, you're doing this and that, you get some high rolls, you're building up a roster of 3 stars so that you can use for, to bring yourself to be able to get S affinities and do all that. And then so like Uma very much became my main game. See you around, Hacker Choller. Once again, sorry for starting stream so late. Yeah, so that's why Uma took over and like killed off most of my other games. I ended up playing a lot more Snowbreak because of that, because very importantly, and this is a big thing with Nikkei that's going to come up, Snowbreak has like instantaneous dailies. You can get 80% of your dailies done just by spending stamina. And then so all you have to do is spend all your, like they have a sweep system like Blue Archive. You just spend all your stamina doing something like run some of the event missions, run a logistics mission. In fact, if you do a logistics mission, it's even faster because you don't even have to go through any loading screens. You can do event missions. If you do logistics missions, you can skip the last step, and then do personal files. And then you can skip those as well, like you can in Blue Archive. You can just sweep them. If you don't do logistics missions, then the third thing you can do is you can either upgrade a unit, but then for one, most of your that is technically finite. But if you do it one at a time, it should be fine. But also. Like most of the operatives you would want to use, you would max out right away. And then so it's like, okay, you can only do this with like your 4 stars. But still, point being, like it's like you can just upgrade something, but that takes a few clicks. Or you can just go to the base, interact with one of your operatives, go back home. That does take 2 loading screens, but then you're done with your dailies. Your dailies take 2 minutes tops, and sometimes it can take less than a minute. And therefore, like, okay, you finish your dailies in a minute, and then you can do whatever other content you want to do in the game. If you're behind on the story, you can read some of the story with all your free time. If you want to do some of the fun event stuff, you can do that. If you want to read through the event story, you can do that. You can do so much because there's so little commitment to the actual dailies, and there aren't anything that demands your. There isn't much that actually demands your attention because of the fact that that's like they don't give gems. Like I thought this way about Girls Frontline 2 for a while, but then I realized, okay, in order to max out your like cube stuff, you need to finish dailies, which are fast. it's literally spend a lot of stamina. So do your dailies, do PvP, do like Gunsmoke, do events, do this, and then it became a lot of stuff. And so it's like, yes, the dailies themselves are it, but there are more than one way to get cubes. And because of the fact that there's so many daily things to do to get cubes, it became kind of a hassle to do all those things at once, and it being like a 10-minute endeavor. It being a 10-minute endeavor after all. And so it's like, okay, I didn't really want to commit myself to that. So yeah, your dailies are really your main motivation, plus some other stuff. But again, the dailies are so fast, you should have time to do that other stuff. And then that finally brings me to Nikkei. One sec. I've seen a little bit of Snowbreak, but I don't know who the waifus are. Katya Klein. Katya Klein is my favorite character in Snowbreak, and she is like my favorite gacha character of all time. Genuinely, she is like everything I would like it. Like, we talking about like waifus and who we would want to marry. She is like definitely my waifu of all waifus. It's like the Oshi conversation all over again. Like if I had to choose one waifu, it would be Katya Klein. She plays guitar in her free time. She's free spirited, which is why I wish I could be more like she likes drinking. She'll have a casual drink. She's into mixology. She'll make drinks. She is beautiful. She, based on visual design alone, she was my favorite character. But also, Uma Musume finish, yay! Yeah, Katya Klein is just as everything I want out of a waifu or wish I could be, and then like so much feels similar with her that it feels nice to be able to. She's definitely one. I'm very confident in saying that she's one of my favorites. I wish chat was a little more readable. I hope that's at all readable. I don't think it is. I like her mask. For Katya? Did she have a mask? She might have in earlier in the game, because she got redesigned pretty heavily. But I was in the finals? Wait, what? Oh, right. Okay. Did I never finish this? Okay. Return me. Okay, whatever. Yeah, let's do one run of Uma Musume, just because I kind of want to try out one run. But it's after that we'll probably just end stream. Yeah, to finally close out on Nikkei thought, because I spent a lot of time on Snowbreak for whatever reason. So my 3 games now are Uma Musume, Snowbreak, and then it wasn't actually going to be Nikkei. I actually did quit Nikkei for like, I had dropped Nikkei for like 2 weeks. I dropped Nikkei, didn't log in for like 2-3 weeks, because as I was like, you know what, I think I'm over this game, because of how much time I was spending in Snowbreak. But actually, give me a sec. Oh shoot. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We can. It wasn't going well anyway, so we can clear this. Oh, come on. Welcome back to you. So I was just explaining how a big reason why my only 3 gachas now are, and originally 2 was Uma Musume and you know what? Okay. Just so that because King Halo yaps your lobby Uma yaps to you a lot unless you whatchamacallit. I I was going to drop Nikkei for a while, and I did for like 2 or 3 weeks, but then I got back to it thanks to the freaking thanks to the Bay Bunny. That was such a good design that I just like, oh my god, I love this so much. I'm gonna get back into the game. I played the bunny event. It was super awesome. I play the. I just I get back into Nikkei, but I had dropped it for the sole reason that it was just so grindy. It takes so long to do dailies, and I decided to drop up Nikkei because it was like, man, the dailies take too long. Like you have to go through like 7 loading screens. I did the math on it too, so it was something like 7 loading screens, and I just couldn't handle doing that anymore. It takes like 15-20 minutes to do dailies, let alone how long it takes to do dailies for or other ones. Let alone if there's an event going on, if there's other stuff going on with Nikkei, it can take upwards like half an hour. And I remember there was one where they had 2 events going plus a mini game, and legit it took dailies an hour to do, and it was just unreasonable. And so I just dropped it. I get back into it, and now they have systems that let you skip like 4 of those loading screens, so it's instantly more tolerable, but it's still rough. It's still rough to actually get through dailies, but it's at least a lot faster now. Anyways, okay, let's actually get back to Uma, because we spent all this time waiting for Uma. I will do at least one thing here. And we're mostly just going to chat during this. I'm not going to necessarily comment on the game itself unless there's something particularly exciting about the game to mention. Katya's earliest page I've ever seen has a gold mask. Maybe it was event into specific or early design you talking about. Yeah, she had a pretty substantial change, but I really love the way she is now. Let's see, who did I want to build? Oh, I guess I could do another grass. Yeah, I could do another grass. I think I have a pretty good Taiki built up. I could try to build another Fujikiseki, but I feel like I have a good Fujikiseki, but it's not ideal. I might want to start again. I need to try to do another. I might do another vodka. How do I want my team to go? It's probably gonna be definitely Taiki. Oh, you have to do a lot of work for Tachyon to get her to have Mile. I mean, I could do it, but it's not reasonable. I really like grass, so you know what? We can do another grass run. That's fine by me. Well, no, I like having Sparks on, so Sparks. Ooh, wow. Oh, and we can now. Oh, And now we can organize our sparks, our favorites. That's exciting. Okay. Okay, so I definitely have, yeah, I want to put the power mile. I just need the mile spark, so I'm definitely going to use these two. Double circle, despite the fact that's weird. Despite the fact this was triangle, that's weird, but that's awesome. Shoot, I really want Fujiki's. No, I can't be greedy. I can't be greedy. Meanwhile, I'm running 4 gachas consistently because Trick Cow went to global, and I absolutely adore it. Oh yeah, you've been really into Trick Cow, right? Yeah, Trick Cow looks cool. I love that art style. That dude did a lot of like memes for what's it called again? Last Origin. So like I know that artist. It's really fun stuff. But I'm not in love with the gameplay, so I haven't really tried it yet. I do want to try it, but I do want to try it. Bono is a tester of my patience for cafe. Do you like it, like Bono too? Uma right now is becoming waiting for cafe, then debating what to do in between now and then. There aren't that many cards from now and then, so you should be able to save for a while. How good is Maruzensky? The original Maruzensky was pretty decent, though it has gone out of favor. Summer Maruzensky is deeply meta. She is extremely good, and also she's popular. Like, people love Maruzensky as a character, and then so people just wanted her. There are plenty of people who just wanted her, and it helps that she's actually quite good. Oh wow, some people have that. I just want Akita-san, so please give me Akita-san. This is the deck I'm using. I don't have a Max Rico yet. I'm waiting for the free pulls. Apparently she has her 5th event now, so that should be good. Max Sweep Tosho, max this. I needed to use Sweep Tosho. I wanted to use King Halo, but it's I don't get enough fans from the debut race if I do that. So that's an awkward thing. So I definitely need more Rico at the very least. Also helps the first time I saw Bono, she absolutely towered over the Uma I saw with her, and it took me aback how big she is. That is a big thing about her, is that she's huge. Okay, like I said, we're gonna be skipping over most of the story. If I read an event I haven't seen yet, then I will talk about it. But I mostly just want to get through a run because it is getting pretty late. I think it's a good time to actually just end stream, but I did want to do like one Uma run for you guys because Uma is fun. After Cafe, the only ones that are on my list I know of are Transcend, Twin Turbo, or Vivilos. Good for you. Twin Turbo is going to be a common. She is a 1-star. So you should get her pretty easily at some point. So okay, my strategy usually with the double POW build is that I will always pick Tazuna or Rico when I see them, unless I need to rest, so that I can date them as fast as possible. They need to be at least level 3 friendship to get there. No game volume, by the way. Oh, whoops. All right. Okay. Oh, there she is again. No, thank you. Well, no training anyway, so we have a free Tazuna here. It's twofold. One, like they don't have spec prio, so you can't reliably just get to their dates unless you kind of focus them. And two, like the faster you can get them to green to a level 3 relationship, the faster you can start hoping and praying that they'll actually start wanting to date you, because of the fact that once you get them into green, it is random when they will try to trigger the date. And so just getting there isn't enough. You do actually have to try to you do have to rely on RNG at that point, and you give yourself a lot of extra time to have RNG work in your favor if you just start dating them early. Or if you get them to green early, so that you can trigger the date event, the first date event, early. Honestly, I was kind of flabbergasted when I learned she was a common, given I'm so used to the BA method of constantly adding 3 stars. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. That's still how Uma Musume works. It's just that they do at least give you more they do at least give you more I can't even really say that, but they do make more of their low rarity characters more viable. Ooh, Tazuna's not there yet. Damn it. Okay. Okay, she's green now. Okay. Up, and we got the date right away. So we are good. We got the date before make debut, and we haven't even rested yet. So we are pretty golden now. Next up, Riko. Kashimoto-san. Or Riko-chan, as everyone seems to call her. %. Or I can double. Yeah, it feels worth the risk there. The right answer is green tea, because I want the power. And then instead of resting, this is the big thing about the POW deck, is that you can just go on dates, because the dates both recover energy, usually recover the mood. Not all of Tazuna's events cover mood. 4 of them recover mood, not all 5. And they recover a ton of energy. They are basically the summer or energy event, the summer rest, as without but anytime. I heard a rumor from someone that Gigi Murin liked Twin Turbo and based their design off her. Interesting. I'm still waiting for Riko to make Unity Cup playable. Yeah, it's after actually trying her, because I got my first Riko from the first 10 pull. Oh, not that. So I tried one Unity Cup run. It was going really awkwardly because I didn't know the game mechanics. But then also like I feel like not having Riko was part of that. And then I inserted Riko, and it was like it made the run instantly way smoother. I'm like, oh, okay, I sort of get it now. I sort of get it now. Okay, we won the debut race, which isn't a guarantee. What the heck? What did I just witness? What did you mean? What were you flabbergasted about? Actually, now that you mentioned it, Chibadi, I do see a lot of Twin Turbo in Gigi's outfit. I don't think about the HoloLive that much because I don't watch HoloLive, but I do remember some of Gigi's design, and yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god, are you guys seeing this? Okay, hold up. We need to... Oh, and we have Rico at green now, so now we can actually play as intended. Oh god, that's so good. Triple bubble on wit. That's so good. The whole POW deck menu thing. Okay, so when you get up, oh no, this isn't it. When you get to green friendship with a POW, so Tazuna, Aoi, Kiryuin, or Rico, when you go to recreation, instead of just the normal recreation, which has a random chance of being karaoke, which is mood +2, or just with various like date events, which recover a little bit of energy, a random amount of energy, and okay, wit bubble again. A random amount of energy, and that now you can go on dates with whoever you're currently dating, and then these are always positive. They will almost always mood up, and they will almost always have a pretty substantial amount of energy recovery, to the point that it's like I would say like 60-70% of how much you could get from resting, except now there's no drawbacks. You will never get sleep deprived, and therefore you will never get a risk of night owl. And that's a huge reason why POW cards are so good, is because they raise your floor so much. And the big reason with Rico, and I wish more people explained this, because I only realized it once I actually started playing with Rico, she is secretly a stamina card, because every time you date her, you gain a nice chunk of stamina, in amounts that you would get if you were to just click on stamina. Plus the fact that okay, this is what I was talking about. See that on the right? See over here? They tell you what's gonna happen with these events now. You don't have to look them up if you don't remember what they do anymore. That's awesome. Yeah, you always want the energy, so I want the household supplies. Double bubble, that double bubble speed. Yeah, the speed one's the correct one. That's amazing. This whole thing is awesome. I should probably start getting ready for bed, Ed. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, T. It's always fun chatting with you, and I always say this. Sorry for starting so late. I can double on speed, but that's a little risky. I could just wait here. Actually, no. I'm going to date Tazuna. To get myself back up to a good... Actually, no, wait. The second event does not give... Yeah, the second event does not give a mood up. That's on me. Oh, okay, we got it anyways. Second one is good. Yeah. Yep. And now, okay, we got the mood up anyways, and we can start dating dating Rico. Okay, Guts is the only one. Yeah, Guts is the only one. Sleep schedule's only getting worse, so no big deal. Still, I feel bad for making you stay up so late. If I'm at all part of that. Guts once again, that's fine. And we've maxed out to Machikane Fukukitaru, so she's gonna have friendship wits, and that's gonna be really good for us this run. So we're already dating both. We're already dating both of our pals, and we got a max whale ray. Team Carrot. Yep. Let's look for it together. Okay, double stam or wit. Yeah. No, the stamina's easily the best one. There's a Japanese VTuber fan I met who made 3D models. He watched Gigi in her last life where she was a horse. Apparently stayed her love for Twin Turbo then. Oh, that's awesome. That's actually really awesome. Ooh, we can pop a bubble here. Ooh, double power. That's pretty nice. Double wit. Which is pretty free, but then this power, there is some risk involved, but that's fine. Yeah. Perfect. Let us go on a date with Tazuna again, because Tazuna generally gives more energy. Actually, no, I should have. I think this is a bad habit of mine. I should be dating Rico a little more often. I need to be dating Rico a little more often because of the fact that she gives stamina, and I'm pretty low on stamina. Easy wit. I forget how much did the Hololive guys say in their model design? I know they're pretty. They can make adjustments as they like, and also get, especially with new costumes, they get to once. But I think with FaZe, it was both FaZe and Idol. FaZe was the one that really had a lot of freedom in the talent, because like Pippa's is a lot different from her original design, which everyone jokes about the purple cat. And then Idol, I believe, is from the ground up. Like you work with the artist from scratch to make your model. I remember people joked with Hakos Bales that she let me know if I'm saying it right. If that's the new one of the new Fire Emblem was drawn by Bales' model mama, and then those main characters just look straight up like VTubers. Like they have that like over-designed quality to them, which is super stand out and funny. It was really funny. Awesome, but really funny. Girls after Gen 1 have more say. Like Kiara didn't choose to be a Kamen Rider Phoenix. Right. How's the stamina? Oh, the stamina's double. But we do get much gunning for Kukitaru. I do think the double stamina is better here, though. And we're about to a Unity Cup. Right, she didn't really use the warrior thing in as much as that much, right? I think Callie leaned into her character pretty well. I mentioned this a lot with specifically Wilhelmina, of the new members of FaZe Saga. I really do like that she leans into the whole knight shtick a lot more. I do think it's becoming kind of a lost art in Western VTubing. Because I really like when people can lean into their characters a little more. Does Kita-san had her model. Kita-san had her racewear. That's awesome. Kita-san Black. I never know anymore with these. I've lost races where I was favored to win, so it's like I'm always a little bit nervous about those. And then we get this. So this is the main reason I want to date them so early. These two events that we just got, you will get a nice chunk of stats. It's not so important that it bricks your run to not get them, but pretty important in that if you get them, it is a nice boost in stats. If you date them before the new year, so before early January, before the classic year, or you will get those cutscenes, and then you will get a bunch of extra stats. Kiara had zero knowledge of Tokusatsu, term for Kamen Rider Super Sentai, so the transformation belt has never come into play. That is a shame. That is a shame, especially with corpos who kind of inherit a design rather than help design a design. And because as I think the concept of creating a character and then just like being able to make believe that the VTuber on your screen is the actual streamer is beautiful. It's an awesome piece of showmanship that I just wish more VTubers would lean more into. And I know I'm not I'm not particularly good at that. I need to find more ways to like incorporate the fact that I'm a wandering samurai. Because like I like that. I really like the idea of being able to take you guys back to like what it was. That's why I want to frame the absent thing around like taking you back to when it got banned, or like prohibition streams, like stuff like that. I want to really take you back to those points, not just explain to you them, but really talk about them in that way. Another easy wit here, I think. Yeah. It brings a lot of whimsy, yeah. Okay, if none of these are particularly good, we can Rico Chen here. Oh, that sets up a double bubble. Oh. Okay. Okay, I guess we double bubble here. Okay. Triple bubble. Okay, but the failure rate's really high. Okay. We can... I think I do want a Rico here because I want some stamina too. Oh, yep, we do get the 5th event. That's awesome. Okay, this is a huge update. Hate to lose. I always forget which one was the bearer of this. So either double wit, so 20 wit, or stamina guts. Stamina is pretty important. Wit is pretty important too, but guts is not. But also, I'm trying to minimize my stamina gain. No, because I don't have stamina cards, I want the stamina. Right, yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's really good. Triple bubble popped on speed. Okay, that's really good. What inspirations do we get? Something good, something good. Not great, but that's fine. Oops. Why are we downloading? Okay. We could. Oh, okay. No, this is too good. The triple wit. Yeah. Sorry, this isn't the most exciting. I really want to do an Uma Musume stream where I actually can voice act some of this, but one, I don't have time. Two, like, it bothers my family when I'm too loud too late at night. I could play it safe and wit, or I can double guts. Scared money don't make money. I say that to myself every time. Like, if there's any amount of risk to something, but it's the right decision, I go, scared money don't make money. How's my stamina doing? We can do with a little more stamina. So let's date Rico-chan. Plus, selfishly, I do kind of want to see more of her events. I want to see the 5th event because I didn't get to see a previous patch. I meant to ask if your family yelled at you over the karaoke. They were. My brother talked to me about my alcohol consumption because they thought I was having a mental breakdown when I cried, but they didn't. They never mentioned the singing, either because they were embarrassed by it or maybe they thought it was good. I do agree with them. I do think I should try to drink less because I drank a lot experimenting with the face cocktails, but also like I explained to them, like I plan to drink a lot less anyways because of the fact that I had to drink a lot to experiment with the face cocktails. So I'm definitely trying to limit my drinking for now. Other than Mondays, we're always gonna have. Whenever I can, at least, I'm always gonna try to do these Monday streams. Summer break is happening soon, so I have to take that into account. Oh my god, that's such a good. Is this ain't up? Yeah, no. This power bubble is too good. Alright. Your liver is important. Yeah. Daily's gang. Weight or skill? Ooh, I didn't realize it gives skill points. I always feel like I'm short on skill points, so maybe that's the choice. But then sometimes I feel low on speed. Ew, I'm not sure. I'm gonna try the skill points thing here. What would this have been? Okay, so be careful. Yes, very true. As long as we stay still and don't disturb the bee. Oh, so make like statues and we'll be safe? Yes, perfectly safe. So try to calm down. Okay, Taiki? We follow Grass Wonder's instructions and sit completely still. Wow, Grass! We ain't goners after all. Back when I was a kiddo in the States, I was taught not to mess around when the killer bee's in town. That was so scary. My knee's trembling even now. Bees in the States sometimes cause serious incidents, so it's no surprise many children are afraid of them. You don't seem scared, Grass. That's a fact. Grass's approach was wonderfully perfect. I'm glad you see it that way. Know thine enemy, as the saying goes. It's precisely because they are scary that I've learned as much about them as I could. But there is nothing to fear as long as you have a plan. Wow, Grass! That's a tasty cup of wisdom you poured. I'm not sure I'd use that exact phrasing. Grass Wonder's level-headed strength was on full display this afternoon. Wit up by 5, skill points up by 15. I should just sleep though. I work at 9 a.m. and it's 3:04. Jesus! I'm so sorry for keeping you up. Man, I'm not doing a good job. I really need to get these streams started earlier. Oh wait, right. This was an easy Tazna rest. Easy Tazna date. We're gonna earn 50 from this date too. The last 2 dates are worth 50. Did this to myself. They got B friend. Yippee. No, it's not your fault. I mean, you're here watching me. It's partly my fault. I mean, we should win this. You never know, though. This is a pretty good run, though. This is a pretty good run. Our stats are... I'm pretty sure our stats are where we want them to be. And then our Unity Cup team is doing pretty good. Yep. Okay, and so we're fine now. 3 wins is fine. Sweep? Okay, no sweep, but that's fine. 3 wins is all you need. Yeah. 3 wins and you're guaranteed to move on. And in general, you just need more wins than your opponent. And then so if it's like, oh, you have 2 wins, 1 loss, but then the other 2 were ties, draws, well, it's 2 win versus 1 win. You win the round. I'm listening while doing my dailies, so I'll be sentenced to gamer jail. Wanted to do my daily MMO grinds and had to kick my brain to draw, which is also late at night, man. In the 70s, Killer Bees became a big cultural touchstone in the US. Oh, really? The only thing I know about, like, bees being culturally relevant is fucking Bee Movie. I don't think I've ever fully watched Bee Movie. I've watched a little bit of it while it was on TV, but I've never watched it all the way through. I don't know why some people are, like, so obsessed about it, to be frank. While you do want to focus, while you do want to try to use summer camp for stats, it's also, you should still be chasing bubbles in the junior year. Yeah, this is a pretty good one. I didn't take into account how close the bubbles were to popping, to be honest, but I also just really wanted the stats. The speed stats. Ooh, quads. Okay. Big. That's big. Okay. And an easy rest here. Speed up by 41. That's so good. Okay. Always the top one. I watched Bee Movie twice in full in Spanish for class. There was a time because I would often play a DVD in just while doing something else as my white noise while doing stuff, and so I would watch like Tenacious D. Like I've probably watched, quote unquote, watched Tenacious D like over 70 times. I've probably watched like Bad Boys 2 like dozens of times. I've watched various movies like on loop a lot of the time because I'm just like playing it in the background while gaming or doing something else, whatever. And then so I could also recite the lines of that movie pretty thoroughly. And there was a time where I had watched the entirety, watched in air quotes once again, I had watched the entirety of Bad Boys 2 in French. And I didn't realize it was in French until there was like a lull in whatever game I was playing. And then I decided to watch the movie. Here's the thing, like I watched so much anime that I was like, I'm reading the, I always watch movies with subtitles too, and I was like reading the subtitles. Ooh, this is a little bit of a risk, but it's also a bubble. It's also a stamina bubble. Yeah, where was I? Oh yeah, so it's I was actively watching it. I was looking at the screen. I'm watching a scene. I think it was like one of the shootout scenes. Really cool. No, it was one of the lore scenes, and so it was just watching Will Smith and like Martin Lawrence chatting with each other, and only like a few minutes into it did I realize that it was in French. And I was like, wait, actually I don't understand what they're saying, because like I remember one of them says something funny here, or like the cadence of this line sounded weird to me, and then like I actually turned my brain on and like was watching it's intently, not mindlessly. And it's like, wait, I'm fucking watching Bad Boys 2 in French. And I just never noticed, because I'm just reading the subtitles. I'm like watching it like it's an anime, where it's like obviously I tend to watch with intent. I do like listen to like the cadence, the way they inflect their voice and whatnot. I do like that stuff, but like I don't understand Japanese that well. And then so I just was watching I was watching Bad Boys 2 in French, and I just didn't realize it. One of the most American movies of all time in French. The stamina bubble would be good, but I think we might be able to get away with just dating Rico here. Normally it was like I could go the whole like scared money don't make money, but I think it's also just the smarter play, because it achieves largely the same thing while reducing risk. There were fears about killer bees coming up in South Africa. I forget what started it, but it resulted in Spider-Man getting a bad guy named Swarm, who's a living skeleton covered in bees. Oh, that's terrifying. Also, that sounds like, I feel like Hideo Kojima. What year was that again, Chibity? Because that is the exact description of the pain in Metal Gear Solid 3. Oh, see, and then we get a quad stamina after that rest, and we set up 2 bubbles. Holy moly! Oh gosh, lag. Okay. Oh my god, and now we get an even better stamina bubble, or we can get a power. Yeah, no, we're taking the stamina bubble. Oh my god, it paid off. It paid off so bigly. Woo! Sometimes it's the vibe. English just does not have the vibe sometimes. I was gonna say there's lag. Yeah. It's already lagging on me on my end too. So I was like, uh-oh. Okay, easy rest here. We can probably take it. We can probably take a Tazuna rest here. Yeah, we're close enough to the Arena. No, we are far enough from the Arena Keenan rather that we can take this big rest and take 2 turns. Yeah, and we got the concentration. So if we want that, we can get that. We don't need that, but we can get that. Swarm is from 1977. Oh yeah, plenty of time for Kojima to then use that idea for the pain. Short, easy double weight here. I would like to pop some of these bubbles though. This is such bad timing. Oh, this is such bad timing. Okay, I can do without Lone Wolf then. If that was literally at any other time, I wouldn't have minded. But I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with the mood down now. All right, Have a good night and good luck with the Uma leveling. Thanks for that stream and get some rest tomorrow. Thank you so much, Moo. Hope you get some rest too. Oh wow. Ah no, is this not reset? Oh no. Oh god. Okay, shoot. Oh, I really hope I don't miss out on too much. I hope I don't miss out on too much skill points having lost that. Oh my gosh. Top 5? I thought this was the top 3. I'm like, oh, I get to reset because I got blocked. Oh no. Maybe I should have dated Rico after. No, it wouldn't have mattered. I think that was a block. My stats should be good enough to have won that race. Yeah. I mean, easy stamina pop here. Oh, we set up another bubble. So we are pretty set up for a big senior year here. We should win this one. Come on now. Okay, yeah. Just barely. Jesus. Okay, we are on track. Okay, yes. That was the other thing I should have been paying more attention to, but we're fine. We are on track to have a successful festival. And I'm pretty sure, based on the races we're forced to win, that we should have enough for... yeah, we should have enough for Christmas, yes. No, okay. We're gonna go the low risk route. I did feel like we weren't having an optimal. Oh no. Okay, we clutched it out. Oh my gosh, we almost lost the one we should have been guaranteed to win, which is why you never know. Yeah. Easy 30 energy here. Ooh, we get such a good speed bubble here. There's a good whip, but even better speed bubble. Okay, that's fine. That was the other reason. I didn't want to rely on that event. That event is most of the time neutral. Well, a little less than half the time. A little less than half the time I moved up, and a tiny percentage of the time moved down. Double stem bubble. Oh, instant click. Incredible. Okay. That was part of why I was like, oh, we're saying up a lot of bubbles, but we haven't actually popped many of these bubbles, and then so it was like, oh no, I don't think we're ready for the next Unity Cup, which is why I went for essentially like all the rank up events are hard, medium, easy, and it's like, okay, we couldn't do the hard race because we hadn't popped many bubbles. Well, the blue bubble's on which, so That's not particularly good. None of these are particularly good. And then we have wit. That's fine. Yeah. When you pop the bubbles, when you do the spirit burst as they call it, is a massive gain to that Uma stats. And then it's a pretty nice addition to your own Uma stats. Okay, speed training is not particularly good. Ooh, we set up a bubble with the double power. So, yeah. I guess an easy double bubble here. Got to A rank pretty fast too. So that's nice. Okay. Double bubble on wit, that's... a little late for this, but we'll still take it. Single bubble, triple bubble. Yep, triple power. You didn't play much Uma, right, Chibity? Mile? Ah, no Mile. Okay. In terms of media, I've been reading an extremely random collection of American comics. It's like modern ones or classic ones, or what's going on? Ooh, that sets up a bubble. Sure. Yeah, let's we can wait here because it's free, but otherwise that might have been a rest turn. 1990s. Was there like a golden age of well, I actually know that there's a golden age of comics. I know there's like gold people refer to Batman characters that way. There's like gold age, bronze age, like modern age. I forget what they were. I forget what they were exactly, but yeah. But so rather, I never finished my question. So but with that in mind, and was there a certain like decade or like period of time with comics that were particularly awesome for you, or maybe the other way around, particularly not awesome or something? Like, are you going back to the 90s because 90s was a particularly good time for you? Single there, but then we have some pretty... There is some decent risk here. And I only have Rico right now, so... Oh, we're about to get the last event, so I've never seen this one. Oh, shit. I'm actually curious about this one. Phew. We're finally here. Riko Kashimoto and I decide to visit the hot spring. I need to get the setting that doesn't auto-skip these. In fact... Yeah, that's what... Yeah. Riko Kashimo and I decided to visit a hot spring in order to take a break from work and wash away some of our exhaustion. I did some research about the health benefits of the waters here, and apparently they're rather excellent. This might be a good location to use as a team training camp. I know this was supposed to be a day trip, but let's stay the night if they have any rooms available. Oh my. Oh my. Oh, you want to extend our trip? Yes. The best way to check the quality and taste of their meals is to try them ourselves. What a relief that we managed to get a room. Both the food and hot spring were excellent. I can't remember the last time I had a chance to relax like this. Though, to be frank, I never would have imagined going on a trip like this with you. We sure make an odd pair, huh? Oh my god, they even mentioned it. They even mentioned like the couple's allegations that might come up. Our ways of thinking are so different, from our approach to training to, well, everything else. Yet despite our differences, or rather because of our differences, we're able to learn a lot from each other. I'm always watching how you do things. Remember that and keep up the good work, I will. Now then, I'd like to hear your plans for... Excuse me, I'm getting a call. Bitter glace? What's the matter? Yes. I'll deal with that tomorrow afternoon as planned. What? Where am I now? Well, no. I want to make it perfectly clear that we are merely on a business trip as fellow trainers. Listen, stop making this out to be some sleepover party or... Hello? Bitter glace? Hello? We're returning to the academy first thing tomorrow morning. Please be ready to depart as quickly as possible. She's embarrassed. Oh, that's adorable. The next day, we leave the inn before the sun rises. I've never seen her move so quickly. Eureka, I got an idea this will be useful for Grasslander's training. Ooh, does that not give energy? Oh crap. Okay. Then I wish I would have waited. Ah, crap. Okay. One was Punisher 2099. I assume you know who Punisher is? I think so, yeah. The version I read was a future-based satire where he's a frothing maniac. Oh, whoa. That's intense. Is it good? I know sometimes comics, especially as they rewrite characters nonstop, or like hit lulls with some arcs that sometimes they're not great or sometimes they're like legendary, which is why we remember the really big ones at the very least. They're like readapted in movies like a lot. Actual dialogue. How old are you? 36 caliber. Where do you live? On the edge. Why is today's date? Punishment day. It's so edgy. Well, this should be a win, but who knows? Oops. Oh no. Okay. Whew. Almost made the comeback. Why is that 36 caliber actually? I need to go back to that. I've never heard of a 36 caliber gun. Maybe I'm just not gun-pilled enough to actually understand guns, but I don't ever remember a 36 caliber gun. Ooh, there's a bubble somewhere, but it might be risky to click on. 8% is not too bad. I could just... Ooh, there's... Okay. I'm behind on speed. I'm super behind on speed, though, too. We can re-roll this entirely. We can re-roll this entirely. And reduce the risks outright. And we got to... It's on, so that's pretty good. 1500 VC is okay. And then B still is... Okay, I guess. Man, right after I rested though, that's such a troll. This is not looking particularly good. I guess this is just the parent run. Yeah, I should just treat this as a parent run because I don't think I'm getting to max speed with this at all. It's edgy, but it goes so far as being stupid, which I think was the intent. Yeah, that's sort of what it feels like, is that it was intentionally just trying to be like over the top in a silly way. Do you think it's working? Is it like funny to you? I don't have any context, so I won't know. On your left, except that I'm not anywhere close to being able to make this a true parent. Triple weight is pretty good, but no. Let's at the very least secure Nimble Navigator by making our team as good as possible, because I don't think if I was going for an ace, I would Recreation there in order to get to great and try to high roll the rest of the way, but I don't think that's I don't think this is an option for me here, so I'm instead going to just go hardcore on these bubbles to make sure that we can win against Zenith at the end and get the skill hints. Energy 10 or wit 10 or guaranteed mood up. Yes. The stats will still matter because I still probably want to get to see if I can high roll to 1100. I don't think I can high roll to 1200. The authors were British and known for Judge Dredd, which has the same type of hyper-masculine violent satire, but I never got Dredd until I read excuse me more. Pun 2099 by the same guys. I assume you mean Punisher? And also them being British, maybe it helps explain the whole 36 caliber thing. Either they have a 36 caliber gun or they don't know what guns are. Gesundheit, thank you. I could pop the bubble on speed, or I can take this double bubble, but the bubble is like like 4 times better than any individual bubble. So yeah, the speed is better. Pop that. Did you have a favorite superhero overall? I know you've talked to me about various American comics, but I'm not sure if I've ever known who your favorite. It's a hero or villain, just like a character in an American in the comic is. I love doubles, but we have a rainbow here, so. Ooh, triple. Yep. I mean, take what we can get at this point. It's not. It hasn't gone particularly well. There was nothing really wrong with this one, other than the fact that we didn't get enough power, enough speed. It's another reason, at least with late surgers, because I have to build a slightly awkward deck with oh, which of these was it? What the heck? No, I guess it would be over here, but full stats? Whatever then. When I have to use the nice nature card, it is a little bit awkward to get all the speed I need. And I think that because I don't think she has particularly good training and effectiveness, and I think I would need a 3rd speed card or in order to actually be able to get to max speed more consistently, because I like the double pals, but I think so I'm not sure I would cut Tazuna. I would definitely cut I would need to try the 2 wit strategy, but like 2 wit, 3 speed, 1 pal, the 1 pal being Rico obviously. But that feels really bad. So I want to see about I need to adjust things for my late surgers, because I really want to play the nice nature card. Okay, we're the favorites to win this one, but you never know that. I look up to characters like Superman and Captain America in an idealistic way, but I don't think I can call them my favorites. Yeah, I know some people who actually quite like Superman, and I know there's some people who like really hate Superman because he's such an overpowered hero. But also that's sort of the point, right? Like he will always overcome things, and that's supposed to be aspirational. Like whatever happens to you, like remember that Superman is always able to overcome it, so you can too. Stuff like that. I don't know. Do we still have a... Oh, we did. What the hell? Oh my god. Did I waste the rest? Oh no, it's bugged. Oh my god, it's bugged. Oh my gosh. It just skipped me to the end without resting at all. It's bugged. I think we discovered a bug. I was pretty damn sure that we got all the way, but apparently it's bugged. If it's supposed to heal something, it didn't. and now it's like screwed me out of the rest.
この程度の疲労なんということは
I'm not at all peeved by that, just because this run has already gone a little bit sideways. So it's not like it affects anything. It's genuinely kind of funny that happened to me.
ここは負けられない勝利のないですよ
Hello, Neon. Neon des. Hello. Oh my god, I've just noticed the increased income, so we are getting a lot more gold out of this. I once explained to him that Superman characters like him are sort of like Disney princesses for men. Women look up to Disney princesses in an aspirational way. That makes a lot of sense. I wish Superman was very rich. I genuinely just don't really like Superman that much because of the fact that like it feels like it truly feels like he can kind of just punch and away all his problems. Like someone put it to me best when he described like how OP Superman is. It's like when they're that overpowered, or the question in the back of your mind becomes, why don't you just blank? Why don't you just this or that? When you're pretty sure that they can just overcome anything. And that's why it's sort of why I tend to like sci-fi, is because it's like, yes, is this bogus bullshit science magic that wouldn't really work in real life? Yes, but at least you can explain it. Whereas like magical powers sometimes just really doesn't have a satisfying conclusion. Ooh, new event, apparently. So this is if you get to the end of all for... Oh no, this might be given the fact that we bugged our Rico, this might be the fail case. We'll see. This method would certainly allow them to train more effectively without adding physical strain. Going back to my earlier proposal, is there anything you'd like to... What's up? Apologies. I was just thinking about how our relationship has changed since we first met. I never would have imagined we'd reach a point where we can exchange opinions like this. I suppose a lot has happened since then. The approach you take with your racer has reminded me of something important. I know you're not perfect, and there's plenty I would contend with you. But what I'm about to say is genuinely how I feel, Trainer Nanatsu. I'm grateful to you, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I'm the one that should be thanking you. Then I suppose we feel the same way about each other. We still have a long way to go before we can relax, but for now, why don't we call it a day? We can invite Grass Wonder, Little Kokon, and Bear Glacé out for dinner after this. You think they'll come? They're not the most social butterflies out there, but I'm sure they'd be excited for a buffet. Of course, there's no need to force them. If they decline, well... It would still be nice for us adults to enjoy a relaxed meal together. Okay, Rico. The thinly veiled date invitation. Everyone quickly agrees to come, and we spend a fun-filled night together. That feels like the same. No, I feel like we get more stamina and more guts. But again, I finished our events, but it was bugged. So that felt like less. Okay, but yeah, we didn't get to max. We didn't even get close to 11. Yeah, we didn't even get to 11. So yeah, no uniques. Sunny days. Corner adapt. I guess maybe focus. We'll see. Nimble Navigator for sure. Slick Search for sure. For the record, you can't get a spark for a gold skill. That's why I'm only taking the white version of the skill. In case you were wondering. And I'm not like a particularly high meta chaser, so I wouldn't know for sure which are the particularly good ones here. Beyond the super obvious ones. Tail held high, I know people seem to want a lot. If you have suggestions, go ahead and throw them. If you happen to know, if you happen to know Hoof, I don't particularly know Hoof, so maybe Position Pilfer, maybe Homestead Chase, but I'm not sure. Ignite is so expensive. But none of the rest of these seem particularly great. I mean, Hydrate's pretty good. That might be nice to have in case I want to put her on someone else. Oh, Unyielding Spirit is really good. Miles Storyways is pretty good. Okay. Guess we're gonna go with that. One of the other comics I read was Icon. He's kind of like a black Superman, and in universe he became a hero to serve as an example that maybe you can't be a superhero, but you can be your best. Oh, that's really nice. Yeah, I'd like the heroes that are. I don't know. Maybe the issue with Superman is that it's probably not so explicitly there because of the fact that they kind of just make up powers in order to do that, as opposed to like a more aspirational way of explaining it. There's a lot of interesting ideas in the Superman concept in it. Yeah, basically, yeah. There's it's I don't know if I can explain it properly, but yeah. Well, now that that's over with, I do think it's time for me to end stream. Sorry, it wasn't necessarily a super. Sorry, it wasn't necessarily a hugely impactful stream. Not really explaining much, but it was just fun to hang out because I really just wanted to hang out with you guys. So thank you for being there with me, and I hope to see you guys next time. I'm gonna close up Uma. I'm gonna switch back to our horizontal cam. And yeah. Give me one sec. The dream is still there. The dream is still there for me to be like a VTuber that more people respect. The dream is still there to be a better VTuber myself, to have one of my videos pop off, to like really just be able to share my passions with more people. But I do appreciate you guys just for being here, even for more mundane streams like this, when I just want to be able to talk out loud to someone, when I can just play some Uma alongside you guys, when I can just make whatever I want to make. Like, and I always want to make what I want to make during the given streams, but never so off the cuff like this, where I'm just like, oh, actually an affogato sounds good right now, let's make an affogato, or a nai dog sounds good right now, and not let's make a nai dog. And it's like, it's just fun to be able to hang out with you guys, and so I'm glad to be able to hang out with you guys. It's as much like, it's as much that I want to hang out in, like, say, BB's chat or Kiata's chat or Pomu's chat or whatever, or like being part of that community is nice. And it is very nice that I have created my own small slice of a community, and it feels nice. It's the same feeling in reverse. Like, as the streamer, I wanted to hang out with you guys, and so I thank you for always being here. And so, be nice to enjoy a nice shot of Grand Marnier, just to celebrate and indulge a little more with you guys before I finally close it out. And just to thank you guys, as always, for just helping me, selfishly helping me cure some of my loneliness. Thank you. Cheers. Absolutely delightful. Absolutely delightful. Thank you. I'll see you next time. On YouTube, I am ending the stream. On Twitch, hold on for a second. I will raid you into someone. Thank you so much again. Bye-bye.